Hello everyone, today I'm doing a review of the Rustico 5-year journal and the Retro 51 Rollerball Pen. Alright, so let's get started. So this journal was sent to me by Rustico for a review. As I said, it is their 5-year journal and you're supposed to use this for 5 years. And the dimensions on this are 5.5 by 7 inches or 14 by 18 centimeters. So it is smaller than an A5. It's roughly a B6-ish side, and it is pretty thick since it has 400 pages. It's about 2 inches, so that's about just over 5 centimeters. So it's quite a large, thick journal. And here in the back, you have the logo Rustico with that little it's a copper little button, and then here it's for the 5 years. The symbol right there, and it is hand stitched and handmade in the US. And what I actually love about this journal is the color. This is the natural. It comes in 4 different colors. So this leather has been untreated with any dye. It's just like the actual leather how it is after the tanning process without any coloring. So this leather will not stay this color. It's a kind of like a pale pink right now. It will get darker over time and turn into this like honey colored, caramel colored, golden brown after use. So I'm really excited about seeing how this ages over time. And it has a buckle closure and has a brass stud right here. And it's like the main thing that I don't love about this journal. It's really hard to close this. Like, as you can see, I can't really, there you go, see? And then when I take it off, I kind of like have to tug at it quite a bit. It might get easier over time, but in my opinion, it doesn't need this brass stud. I think the clasp alone is enough to hold this in place, since you're not gonna like add any like notes and stuff to this. So yeah, I'd prefer it without this personally. And it has rounded edges and then rough cut pages on the inside. So let's check this out. Let's put this pen away for a second. I'll show you that later. Here's the inside of the notebook. Has really nice feel to it, the inside of the leather. And they use what's called top grain leather, so it's really smooth leather. It has a super smooth feel to it, and it has less texture to it. You see, that's smoother than full grain leather, so it's a very smooth leather. And here you have a cover page, and then you can fill this out, who this journal belongs to, and it's found, please return. And then it has a little bit of an explanation of how to use this journal. And then it starts here with the beginning of every month. It has an inspirational quote, and then it goes into the day. And I'm already using a 5-year journal, and I really love it because I have to keep less of my journals and calendars and planners. So for every year, at the moment for the last 4 years, I'm writing down the most important things that happen in my life every day, so I can compare what's been happening year after year on that day, and I really enjoy this. But this journal is slightly different. Instead of writing down your experiences, it is more introspective, so it has a journaling prompt. For example, here, my best memory from last year, and then how I provide value every day, my favorite activity to do as a family. So what else? Something that makes me feel brave, my biggest time waster, something that makes me feel young, something I'm wishing for, something I'm waiting for, a truth that revealed itself to me recently. So this journal is really meant to get to know yourself better and figure out who you actually are and how you change over time versus just recording experiences of your life. So I really like that aspect of this journal, that it is different. And you're just gonna write like one simple line every day, whatever comes to mind in regards to the journaling prompt here. So something I want to be better at, for example. And then you'll see how it changes you know, from year to year, and it is undated, so you can start whenever you want with this journal. And I really like the font here on top. If it was for writing down experiences, I wish this were smaller, so you have more writing space, but since you're not recording what happens in your day, but literally just writing down 1 or 2 sentences on what comes to mind when you think about the journaling prompt, I think it is enough space. Yeah. And then I'm also going to show you my writing sample real quick so you can get an idea of how good the paper quality is. I think the paper weight is about 70 pounds or around 105 GSM, so it is quite thick, and I'll show you this in a minute, what just fell out here. It has quite a bit of texture to it, as you can see. It's quite rough. So you will not get a very smooth writing experience with this paper, and that's another thing. If you would do artwork in this, like watercolors and multimedia art, I think it's great for that, but for a plain writing experience, this paper is a tad bit too rough for my taste. So I'd love to see them use a little bit smoother paper if it's journals, if they make journals just for writing purposes, like this one. So here we have a pencil, a ballpoint pen, 0.4 millimeter gel pen, a 0.7 millimeter gel pen. Then here we have the Retro 51 Rollerball Pen, I'll show you in a minute. And then here we have the Pilot Metropolitan Medium Nib Diamond Marine Ink. So you can definitely use a fountain pen on this paper. And then here, I know there's writing on the back here, but I hope you can see through there. There is some ghosting, but absolutely no bleed through. So it is fountain pen friendly paper. You just will not get a smooth writing experience where the ink just flows onto the page, because it's quite textured paper. So that's the only thing that I wish was a little different, that the paper was a wee bit smoother. And I really like the cut pages here. It gives it a more rustic look and feel, and more ruggedy. I really like this. It makes it look a little bit more interesting. Yeah, and what I also love about this, how personal it is. So this little booklet right here tells you who made this. So thank you, Zoe, for making this journal for me. I'm really gonna enjoy using it, and I can't wait to try it out and start January 1st. So I think this makes a great gift for somebody. They also have a limited edition on this one. This is like the only thing I wish was slightly different, was this little clasp right here, the brass, and then the paper be slightly smoother. And then I also want to show you this ballpoint pen, a rollerball pen, real quick. It is an exclusive collaboration between Rustico and Retro 51. I don't know if any of you know this brand. They make real high quality rollerball pens and also fountain pens, and they designed this pen with Rustico. Let me show you this real quick. So this is a silver one. It's also available in brass. Here it says Rustico, and then the texture looks like a topography of a map, and it says leave your mark, and it is refillable black ink, and there's a nice texture at the top here as well. And again, here it says Retro 51. So I really like the look of this pen. There's a nice weight to it. It's not too heavy, not too light, just right. And then here you can see the tip of the rollerball. And they developed this special ink that it's called wet ink, liquid ink, that kind of gives you a feeling experience of writing like you would with a fountain pen while actually using a rollerball pen. So it flows really smoothly onto the page. It's a very nice writing experience, and you can get refills for it as well. Yeah, so those were my 2 cents on the Rustico 5-year journal. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and for more notebook videos, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.